She has gotten significantly bigger. Stephanie White has confirmed it. Stephanie White has gone out here and confirmed that Caitlin Clark has been bulking up. Like, that she's bulked up as a player and that she's no longer, like, skinny and weak.
Caitlin Clark just sent shockwaves through the WNBA, and it's not just because of her ridiculous shooting range. She's been putting in serious work at the gym, building strength, explosiveness, and a game that's more dominant than ever. And now, someone's looking pretty foolish, Geno Auriemma. Remember when he confidently claimed she couldn't handle the WNBA's physicality? Yeah, about that.
Diana said it best. This kid's in for a rude awakening. And they all jumped over her, but they didn't read the whole thing that she said. But nobody's printing. You know, Diana Taurasi was right. This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie. And if you're a WNBA player, if you're any kind of player, you're going to say, I'm going to make a mistake.
So, how did this transformation happen? And more importantly, what does it mean for the league? Let's break it all down. How Caitlin Clark went from taking cheap shots to becoming an unstoppable force, and why defenders across the WNBA are suddenly feeling the pressure like never before.
All right, guys, we're starting a little TikTok weight room vlog. We're going to show you what we do. Get the fuck down. Okay, speed. Speed. Oh, she is strong. Alright, guys, that's our lift. We are strong. Okay, strong.
Let's rewind to Clark's rookie season. She was undeniably phenomenal, but let's be real, she took a beating. Defenders saw the league's newest superstar and made it their mission to give her a rough introduction. And by welcome committee, I mean constant shoves, trips, elbows, and body checks at every opportunity.
I feel like I'm getting hammered.
She got hammered. You saw it. Dejonai Carrington, Kennedy Carter, and Angel Reese were all over her, treating her like a crash test dummy, thinking they could break her with relentless physicality.
Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
Their game plan was simple: make Clark miserable. They assumed she was too skinny, too inexperienced, and that the WNBA's physicality would wear her down. For a moment, even some analysts questioned whether she could handle it. Would she become just another college star who couldn't make the leap to the pros? Asterisk spoiler alert. Asterisk, Caitlin Clark isn't built like the rest.
Gotta ask you a basketball question. Yeah. I know that you work really hard in the offseason. You said yesterday you're always trying to get better. What's the thing that you're working on this?
I think, honestly, besides the actual basketball skill part of it, I think getting stronger, that's what I'm focusing on. I'm in the weight room a lot, just building that strength. Obviously, it was hard going right from the college season to the professional season. You know, we spend a lot of time in the weight room, so that's what I've tried to focus on the most down here. And obviously, a lot of things on the court. I'm always wanting to get better, and that's kind of what drives me, and I love it. I love getting to do it, and I feel very fortunate that it's my job.
Clark didn't just take those hits, she took notes. She studied exactly how defenders were trying to break her, and instead of backing down, she did what all the greats do: she adapted. This off-season, she didn't just train, she went to war in the weight room. The days of her getting bullied? Over. The days of defenders thinking a cheap shove could throw her off? Done.
Every time you're seeing Caitlin Clark out, it's like, okay, she's not as skinny as she was. And this is someone who, like, that's something that she really needs to, that's something she really...
Now, she's built like a tank. Even her coach, Stephanie White, has highlighted the transformation. Clark isn't just stronger. She's faster, more durable, and tougher than ever. And let's be real, if she was already dropping 30-point games while getting knocked to the floor, what do you think she's about to do now?
It's like, one, is Caitlin Clark stronger, or do you expect her to get stronger? And two, like, what's realistic, like, in terms of from a great first year to now second year in the league where, you know, it's not as new anymore, right? And you sort of know how the league plays, if nothing else.
Yes, she is stronger, first and foremost. And again, she's got a lot of self-awareness. And, she figured that out, right away. Like, I need to get stronger. I can't get knocked around as much.
Her arms look like they could swat defenders away like flies. Her core strength is unshakable, and her ability to absorb contact is on a whole new level. Clark didn't just add muscle. She rebuilt herself into an even scarier version of the superstar she already was. And the WNBA. Oh, they are not ready for this.
Not that she was like too weak to be in the W, but like she was too weak to be like an imposing presence in the W like she was in college, because she could be physically dominated. And then obviously we have seen throughout the offseason, we have seen like some of the transfer.
For months, players did everything they could to make Clark's life miserable, fouling her, knocking her down, and even trash-talking her like they actually stopped her. But here's the thing, she was already lighting them up while taking all that punishment. And now they have to deal with a stronger, faster, and even more locked-in Caitlin Clark.
Clark just dropped her daily off-season workout, and it's absolute.
This is why the WNBA was in big trouble.
Clark's daily off-season grind is exactly why the WNBA is in big trouble. Geno Auriemma once questioned whether she could handle the league's physicality. Well, Geno, what's your excuse now? Because Clark just transformed into an absolute monster, and the league is about to feel every bit of it.
Geno, baby, if Caitlin Clark is on the team, it becomes the right team. Because Caitlin Clark is on it. It's like saying Michael Jordan's not on the right team. It's the right team if Michael Jordan is on the roster.
Caitlin Clark just rewrote the narrative in the WNBA. Last season, defenders tried to bully her, rough her up, and throw her off her game. But now, she's the one setting the tone. She's no longer getting pushed off her spots. She's dictating where she wants to go. She's not just a lethal shooter anymore. She's attacking the paint, overpowering defenders, and demanding respect from every inch of the court. And the best part? There's absolutely nothing they can do about it.
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
Clark was already one of the most dangerous offensive threats in the league, but now she's added a post-up game. Asterisk, imagine this. Asterisk, Caitlin Clark backing down a defender, using her newfound strength to muscle them under the basket before either finishing with ease or kicking it out to an open shooter. This isn't just an adjustment. It's a full-blown nightmare for every team in the league. Because now, there's officially asterisk, no way asterisk to stop her.
Somebody said the league is not ready for Caitlin. 3.0 MVP is hers. Yes, go. Fever admin, I love you. Caitlin put some weight on, bro. She definitely got in the weight room. And, like, I don't think Caitlin put weight on. I think Caitlin put a lot of muscle on. I think that's what the biggest difference is that we're seeing out of Caitlin. You know, going into this upcoming season, I think Caitlin put a bunch of muscle on, and it shows. It shows within her, you know, her body frame. It shows that her arms is bigger and her thighs is way wider. She definitely put some muscle.
Not the strongest player in the world. Like, she was somebody that wasn't weak by any means, but we saw when it came to the WNBA that she was kind of, she wasn't able to really assert herself physically.
A great job of getting in the weight room and really focusing on her areas that she needs to focus on in terms of strength, in terms of low center of gravity, time under tension, like all of those things. I think the next step is efficiency, right? Like, not so many turnovers.
I genuinely think that Caitlin Clark had quite a lot of flaws, but so it's still, even with flaws, she was that good that if she can figure out those flaws, she's going to be the best player. That's the reality of the situation. And one of them was that she was the who I know she's talking about, and confirming Caitlin Clark stronger is going to help a lot, because we saw after Olympic break when Caitlin Clark got stronger that she was posting up guards. Like, she doesn't have very many post moves, but that double bang with her left shoulder into the turnaround layup floater thingies off the backboard, it worked really well. And like, we saw her taking some bigger guards, and she's able to play a little bit in the post and able to shoot over people, that it becomes really difficult to put, for example, somebody like a Jordan Cannon. So she's going to have that in her arsenal, and it's going to make her harder to defend. It's going to make her way, way harder to defend, because if you can't bully her, it means that Dejanay hand check through three-quarter court is. If you guys saw this workout has gotten a lot of people sided for Caitlin Clark because she is like directly working on her weaknesses, which I think is a good look. Honestly, I think that's a really, really good look for her because, again, when we're seeing somebody working on their weaknesses, not the glamorous weaknesses.
Back in her natural habitat, back in the lab, playing basketball, and it's got to be a scary sight for the rest of the WNBA if she gets even better, because it's not as if she wasn't absolutely phenomenally elite as a rookie and arguably the best player in the league after the Olympics.